For your next interview, there's a couple concepts I'm going to be speaking about right now that you probably have heard somewhat the beginnings of what I'm going to say, but the most important part of this is not the beginning, but it's the middle and the end. It's the why I'm mentioning these and how you can connect it and what you can do when you get to the interview. What I'm going to say right now is basically before you get to the interview, you want to find out two things. You want to do two things, and I'm going to explain what they are. You need to find the weaknesses and strengths of the actual business or company. And I'll tell you how to do that. And you need to gauge and assess how the work environment is and the co-workers, the interns, the secretaries, whoever they are. But why are you doing all this? When you get to the interview, you need to have in your mind the strengths and weaknesses. You can do that by going to Google reviews, review the company, find people that have posted reviews on whatever platform, read them carefully and see what they're lacking or what they're not lacking, and now have that in your head. When you get there now, always try to get there a little bit early to interviews. It's very cliche, but it's actually extremely important. But now it's more important because of this next part. You get there early, if you can, really try to start a conversation with the secretary, the intern, the co-workers. But why? You need to see how they react, how they speak with you. How are they? Are they open? Are they closed-minded? Are they kind? Are they warm? Are they nice? Are they happy? Are they laid back? Are they strict or angry? Or are they furious? Like, you need to see how they are, their personality, how they converse with you. How are they speaking to you? How do they view you? And a lot of times you don't need to be a mentalist to figure this out. That gut feeling, your intuition, many times it's completely right. So all you got to do is follow it. Not always, but many times, in that case, follow it. And just assess how they are. Because many times, the person who is ruling the company, the person who is in charge of everything, however his personality is, however he is, if he's strict, the employees, one way or another, indirectly, they're going to become more stricter or less laid back. But if the boss is laid back, that's going to transfer onto the employees. However the king is, the ruler in this scenario, it's going to transfer over here. Not completely, but up to a certain point. Most of the time, this is true. So when you get there early, try to assess everybody. And the reason I said to know the weaknesses, to see where they're lacking or not lacking, because now when you go inside the interview, when you're actually with the hiring manager or whoever's trying, or the interviewee or the interviewer, this is the important part. You have this in your head. You know what they're lacking. If you know what they're lacking, put a lot of emphasis that you can help in this field. Is it HR? Is it customer service? Is it more sales? Is it about branding? Whatever your industry is, and you know that they're lacking, you can put so much more emphasis on it, because trust me, the CEO, the boss, the hiring manager, they know the weaknesses. So now you're indirectly making them feel more at peace there, because they're looking for someone to fulfill that need, to fulfill that hole, and that's why you're there. They need you and you need them. You want a job, you want money, they need someone to help them in the business or in the company or in that position. And you know all of this because you know what they're lacking. But let's say they're not lacking anything and they're just amazing, they're an amazing place. You need to find another angle of how you can add another layer of amazingness. I know it sounds corny and everything, but it's so true. If you can add another layer of how amazing the company can be, or the product or the service, come on. You are like icing on the cake. You are priceless. They want you. Is it better to have a 6-layer cake or a 7-layer cake? Well, I know you. Well, I know myself. I love cake. I'll always go for the bigger cakes. I will always do that. So I'm just trying to show you the importance of it. So before you go to that interview, find the weaknesses, find the strengths, use it to your advantage when you're speaking to the hiring manager. You're finding the self-esteem. How confident are they in certain areas? If they're not, fulfill them. You know, if there's a cut, a laceration, you're the band-aid and the cure and much more. You're going to help them out, completely heal and do more for the company. And assess the coworkers. Get there early, you can help them out. Guys, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Everything down here. Would really appreciate it. And please guys, of course, till next time.